we have the perfect Honda waiting for you. Plus, at Honda of the Avenues, we always put our customers first, making the car buying experience fun, fast, and easy. You'll always find great deals on our huge selection of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, all prepped and ready for a test drive. Come see just how different car buying can be at Honda of the Avenues today. Stop by or shop from home at HondaoftheAvenues.com. Proud sponsor of Sporting Jags.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
It's holiday season and it's not too late to find the perfect spot to celebrate with your team. Fourscore is a place that brings the energy, where great food, craft drinks, and unreal vibes meet cutting-edge full-swing simulators. Don't play golf? Do not worry. With over 40 interactive games, Fourscore has something that everyone will enjoy. Perfect for company outings, birthdays, and even private events that go beyond the ordinary. With locations in historic San Marco and centrally located Gate Parkway, Fourscore is ready to make your next celebration unforgettable. Hit the easy button and book your event today at fourscoregolf.com.
Hello. The Checkmate Coatings phone line has you covered from the floor up. From tough sports topics to strong surfaces, Checkmate Coatings is your floor's missing piece and your connection to the sports world on 1010XL.
Cool air and clean air. Getting out from under that Florida sun and cooling off inside is where Florida Home AC shines. Think about it. You spend a lot of time indoors and air quality is crucial to your health and comfort. Pollutants like dust, pollen, germs, and allergens can build up, affecting your well-being. Florida Home is dedicated to enhancing your indoor experience with superior air quality solutions like whole home air purification systems. Find out by logging on to FloridaHomeAC.com or call 877-4300.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you become more active, reach your weight loss goals, and find your inner strength. Membership at the Y includes state-of-the-art facilities, a huge variety of fitness classes, and programs for all ages. It's easy to join the Y since it's affordable for all incomes. The Y is a great place to make connections and experience something new. Visit the YMCA near you or online at fcymca.org.
Hello, this is
in Orange Park, known for great burgers, huge wings, pizza, salads, and special nightly events like trivia and karaoke. You'll all love it at Big Dog's Restaurant in Orange Park.
Ticket here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff and Art and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out, Garage Door 911, GarageDoor911.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about buying better quality diamonds, but is there any way to start with a smaller diamond and use it to trade up to a larger diamond later on?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because our founder, H.F. Underwood, popularized growing your diamond here in Jacksonville about 50 years ago, and it's something we still do today. When a customer buys an Underwood engagement ring or solitaire diamond pendant or a pair of ear studs, we guarantee they get the price they paid for it on the purchase of any larger diamond. Now, a lot of stores would say, big deal. We do that too, but here's the Underwood difference. We guarantee you get what you paid when you trade in your Underwood diamond, even if you're trading up by only $1. It's not that you have to trade up 2 for 1 like most jewelers ask. There have been literally thousands of people in the Jacksonville area who have taken advantage of our policy, and Underwood still grows a lot of diamonds for a lot of people.
Underwood, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece. Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service on 1010XL.
All right, Checkmate Coatings sponsoring the transatlantic cable this week as well. That's what our guests have been coming in on. We've taken you live to London every day with Loggeman, with Osier, yesterday with Brian Sexton, and now today, Joining us once again from London, the voice of your Jacksonville Jaguars, Frank Frangie. Frank, let me do the math. Middle of the afternoon for you right there. How are you?
3:15. I'm awake, Mike. That's the key. I flew overnight last night. I have not been out to the Grove. I just got in at some point today and took a little nap, and now I'm here for you. But yeah, 3:15 here, and I'm at Wembley. I'm at Wembley Park now, and I can tell you it's already starting to bustle a little bit here, Mike. That, as you know, you've been here. They take that football pretty seriously around here.
Well, and it's funny. They'll tell you don't take a nap when you get there, and that was the first thing I did when my family. We took a family trip over there. We're like, man, we got to crash for like 3 hours. Then we were fine, and we were whatever, the rest of the week. So, Frank, I think it's bounce back week mentally for the Jacksonville Jaguars and physically. I mean, they got pushed around on the line of scrimmage. We've talked a lot about how this team has seemed to be resilient in game this year. How do you think they respond to what happened last Sunday?
Well, I think they'll play more physically than they did then. I'm a believer, Mike, that they've been the more physical team they were the more physical team in the first 5 games, including even the one they lost at Cincinnati. They clearly were not last week, and that's not lost on them. They've all talked about it. If you've been around them, and I have, you hear them talking about it. You see the look in their eye. So that part, I think, will get corrected. I think that doesn't mean they're going to push the Rams around. The Rams are another tough, physical team. But I think they'll play more physically, and I think that'll be a point of emphasis. In fact, I know it has all week long here, and because they've been here since Monday, so I can tell you it has been. So I think they'll bounce back there. The other side of that is the Rams are good. They got a tough stretch here, where the game in San Francisco, home against Kansas City, home against Seattle, and now the Rams here in Wembley. That's a tough 4-game stretch. The worst they're going to do is 2-2 in that stretch, Mike. But I think they're going to play well on Sunday. It's not lost on them that they got pushed around in that game. I can assure you of that.
Yeah, Tommy hasn't told us everything that he's going to pick for the tail of the tape we're going to do this morning, Frank, but he's already told us he's picking a lot of Rams, right? Like it's going to be on that side of it. So as we get ready for this matchup on Sunday, where do you see the Jaguars' biggest potential advantage being against this Rams team?
I feel similar to what I did last week, and it didn't happen. I think they've got to hit some balls down the field. Now, I promise you, if you ask Liam Cohen what he's got to do, he'll say what Jeff Lagerman said and others said, you got to run it this week, because the inability to run it last week certainly changed who you are, right? That's who they are, they're a running team. I think they've got to hit some balls down the field, Tony. I think that's why you're hearing there's going to be an increased emphasis on targeting. You haven't heard it, but I'll bet you see a lot of balls to Brian Thomas Jr. He's been up and down, as we know. He had the tough start to his season, played well in a stretch there, then had a good game last week, but a few mishaps. I think you got to get the ball down the field. I still think when these two physical teams play each other, and that happens a lot in the league, in their low-scoring games, and one team rushes for 70 yards and the other rushes for 64 yards, and it's just a tough, grinded-out physical game, Tony. I think the team that hits some balls down the field generally wins those games. I really do. And I think the Jags have to hit some balls down the field. I really do.
Frank, great to talk to you, my man. As you look at this game bouncing back, I like the fact that they went out early. They treated it as a normal week. But what's the week been like, as you've been told? Was it physical on Thursday like it's been? Was Liam on them from the get-go? Did they call him out saying, hey, we weren't physical enough? How physical was the practice? I know we expect them to be physical on Sunday, but what's the week been like? Have you been told?
Yeah, and I'm glad you said it that way, Tom. I don't want to misrepresent it. I haven't been here. I flew in yesterday, and I just got here, and I'm not at the Grove. I'm at Wembley. But, yeah, like you, I've talked to a lot of people out there. Yeah. Oh, it was physical. It was absolutely physical. That was the whole point. Get out here. If you practice in town and everybody's thinking about the trip, right, and they're thinking about what they're going to pack and where they're going to go and how long they're going to be gone, I think the point in getting out here Monday, Tom, was to get that out of their heads. You're freaking here, right? You're here. You're adjusted to the time zone. You're adjusted to the weather. You're adjusted to the atmosphere. I think that's the thinking, and I think they've hit. I think that it has been physical. Now, the last 2 or 3 days it had, and I haven't been there, so again, I don't want to misrepresent it, but I think they're back to physical football. The other thing, too, is assignments. Tom, they've blown too many assignments. There's too many false starts. There's too many misalignments. There's too many procedures and formations. That's the thing. I said this after the game last week. Yeah, they got pushed around because I don't think they're going to get pushed around. I think a hallmark of who they are is a pretty physical football team. I think they'll get back to that. What does worry me, Tom, and I think it worries them, and I know they worked on it all week, it's not beating themselves. These silly penalties. I mean, they have a touchdown called back, a kind of a fluky touchdown, a bobble ball, but it's called back. Hunter's toenails over the line, right? That they can't. They had 2 plays called back because Anton Harrison doesn't line up on the line. That's the stuff I think they emphasized this week, and I'm told they emphasized as much as anything they did since they've been here at Wembley.
All right, Frank Frangie in London now. Frank, maybe no Puka Nacua this week. We don't know. They haven't left yet for London. They'll travel tonight, and if he's not on the plane, obviously he's not going to play. So we'll see on that. But no Devin Lloyd for the Jags. How do Anthony Campanile and company go about trying to replace his impact?
I'm guessing, and it's just a guess, Mike, but I guess you're going to say, look, they like that look, that dime package where they had a safety, not a corner, and that way you can walk various safeties. I mean, Dewey's physical enough to walk up into that linebacker zone if he has to, since Foye Oluokun is the only linebacker in the game when they do that. I think you'll see some of that. Ventrell Miller he's the most explosive defensive player on the team, aggressive defensive player on the team, and he's great in run support. We all know that Ventrell's weak link, if there is one, is he gets lost in pass coverage some. So going against Sean McVay, who draws up so much good passing stuff, you have to be careful of that. So, yeah, Devin Lloyd has evolved into a player this year, what a year he's having, that has a real good feel for where the route's unfolding, Mike. That's why he's got all the interceptions. You can't have interceptions if you're not around the ball. He's had a real good instinct for kind of knowing where they play a lot of zone, as you know, so everyone's eyes on the quarterback. And he's done a very good job of kind of instinctually knowing where the ball's going or where the routes are. Not as good at that. That's why he's not playing. So he's a very good run stuffer. He's physical. My guess is I'm guessing you're going to see a lot of that 6 defensive back, 3 safety look against the Rams on Sunday.
How have you felt about what they have gotten from Travis Hunter so far, and what are the chances that this would be the Hunter breakout week?
That's the talk, right, Tony? That's what they're going to target. I mean, Liam Cohen, the most transparent coach I've ever been around, by the way, doesn't hide anything. He said, look, we're going to target the guy more. We need to target him more. To your first question, I think they're trying to figure it out. My belief all along has been, I think you and defense. A good cornerback has a deflection, maybe an interception. He's had a heck of a game. A good receiver. Last night, Jamar Chase caught 16 passes. He got 16 passes in that game last night. I'm not saying Travis Hunter is going to be the guy that does that, but he was the second pick of the draft. I think you affect the game more as a receiver than you do. I expect him to play more receiver, which is why he has played more receiver. And I think you might see even more of that. Now, the problem is, you got to figure out your cornerback situation. Tyson Campbell's out. Greg Newsome's here. How ready is he to play? Monteric Brown is a very good zone player, not as good a man player. So you got a lot of things to figure out. But to your question, I would be surprised if there's not, double-digit targets for Travis Hunter, and then see where that thing goes. It would surprise me if that's not where it lands on Sunday.
Frank, I'm looking at this defense as well. I know we all talk physicality, the O-line, and rightfully so, but I saw a lot of D-linemen, not a lot, but too many on their backs from pancake blocks last week. That's got to change, of course, and we got to get more pressure. I mean, look, Josh Hines-Allen's having a fine year, but he's not having a sack-filled year, and we got to get more out of him. We got to get more out of the entire D-line, but it's time for Josh Hines-Allen to really step up, man, and show that why he's considered one of the top pass rushers in the game.
Tommy, here's what I'll tell you. You're right, and I think he is that. I think it's a tough go for him right now. I don't think the tackles are playing very well. And they're trying. Devon's trying. Eric Armstead has splash plays. Mason
fair.
Might get there at some point, Tom. But I don't think the tackles are playing very well. So when your center and guards can, and you know this better than I do, when your center and guards can handle those interior guys relatively easily, there's a lot of things you can do to block the outside guys, whether you're chipping, whether you're rolling away from them. There's a lot of things you can do when you're handling the inside guys. The other thing is Trayvon Walker, his opposite number, is playing with a club in his hand. Yeah. So where you're right about Josh Hines-Allen, he hasn't affected the pocket a lot, but I think it's way easier to affect the pocket when you're getting a little bit of a push inside. I would think the one thing, and I'm getting ahead of myself here, Tom, I would think the one thing they've got to do to improve the roster of this football team, whether it's at the trade deadline, whether it's next year in free agency, whether it's next year in the draft, whether they've got to get better at defensive tackle. They've got to get better at defensive tackle to be the team and the defense that Anthony Campanile wants.
Yeah, which leads me to Saunders. Where's Saunders, a trade from New Orleans? He's a healthy scratch, it seems.
He's been a healthy scratch just about every week, which tells you what they've seen in practice, right?
Okay.
I haven't asked specifically about Colin Saunders, but the fact is that when you're a healthy scratch this much, I can tell you he's had a good attitude. He's a veteran guy. Someone saw a tweet from him right when he first got here, but he took the tweet down, and he's kind of told them, listen, I'm here to help the team, and if you got to scratch me, scratch. I want to play. And he's let him know he wants to play, but he's a good day of that. But the fact that he's been down so much, Tom tells you what they're seeing in practice. We're not at practice every day,
right?
But he must not be moving the needle much there, because that's a position where they haven't been great, and he's not playing. So that tells me what they're seeing in practice isn't maybe what they thought they'd see.
Good point.
Frank, let's end here with a thought on Trevor Lawrence from you. And obviously under a lot of duress this week. He can play better, but he also was under very difficult circumstances. So where do you think he's at, totality of the season to this point in terms of where they want him to be?
Here's what's interesting about him, Mike, to me. When he had 3 or 4 weeks of clean pockets, clean freaking pockets, I thought he was just okay. Not bad. Last week, when he was running for his life I thought he played really well. Isn't it weird that I thought when he had to make some plays with his legs the last couple of weeks, when he's had to dodge rushers last week, I think he's starting to become more of a backyard football player, which is kind of where the league's going, with the athletic quarterbacks and whatnot. So I think he's playing, but he's not there yet. But I think each week, in my mind, he's starting to play a little bit better. The biggest thing with Trevor, he's becoming more of a leader. He's a mature guy, man. And I can tell you, more than any time in his previous 4 years, they're starting to respond to him. He's seeing to it that they do. If there's one thing that stands out a little bit, it's the accuracy. Mike, he's still missing a few throws that NFL quarterbacks don't generally miss. But I think last week, given the fact that he was harassed, I thought he played pretty well last week. Other circumstances, probably the best I've seen him play this year.
All right. Well, Frank, we'll cut you loose and listen for your call of the game, of course, coming up on Sunday morning, a 9:30 kickoff locally here, 2:30 your time. And, of course, the Frangie Show coming up later on today with Frank live in London. We appreciate you hopping on board with us. Glad you got the nap in, and enjoy London for a day or so, and hopefully bring home a Jaguar victory.
I will. And, Mike, let me just tell you this. This is my 11th trip over here. I've taken the ill-advised nap every time, and it works. Okay, just so you know that the nap. Your advice was good. The nap works. I can assure you.
Yeah, I'm always pro nap, man.
When I says sleep, go to sleep.
Nap helps
right.
always.
Yeah, you boys be good. Thank you all.
All right, Frank. Thank you, buddy. There he goes, voice of your Jacksonville Jaguars, Frank Frangie. When we come back, Tom will start to match them up. Tail of the tape between these two units, the Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars, doing battle in London on Sunday. Jags trying to avoid a short losing streak here. Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Tom McManus, and Dylan Denmark here with you. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
Hey Jacksonville, Rick Ballou here. Looking for a brand new truck? Right now, Crew Cab Ram trucks start at just $38,900 at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram West Side. And every new retail purchase comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty and no extra cost. From tough Ram trucks to adventure ready Jeeps, they've got the perfect ride waiting for you. Stop by Commonwealth Avenue or shop online at jackswest.com. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram West Side, proud partner of the Jaguars.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Yeah.
E.T. here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar, Twin Peaks. Scratch kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. Come on, somebody.
You deserve something truly exceptional, and that's what you get from Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust's 10th Anniversary Jubilee. Come to Tobacco Cove on Saturday, October 18th from 1 to 4 p.m. because you will not want to miss this. From the mind of Steve Saka, Dunbarton offers the taste of perfection. This event features amazing cigars, delightful food, and awesome prizes. Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road. More than a cigar store, it's an experience. Hurricane season on the First Coast can leave you in the dark, so why not get a head start on storm season with a home generator system from American Electrical? They've sold and installed more generators in Jacksonville than any other company around, with scores of whole home generator installations throughout North Florida. That's right, American Electrical has been installing and repairing thousands of generators for over a decade in Duval. Keep your loved ones and property protected. Log on to American-Electrical.com and see how they can help you.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. The online banking services are outstanding. So easy to use, depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards for 3 years running, and it's easy to see why. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, you look troubled. Is something bugging you?
This friendship isn't all upside for me, Jason. People keep asking me stuff about you.
They ask you about me?
Is it really cooler with Bueller, they ask. So I say, totally. And they say, how do you mean that? And I say, he fixes air conditioners, which literally makes somebody cool. But he also has cool sunglasses and cool people and a cool family.
And I try to make working at Bueller Air and Plumbing a really cool experience for our technicians and plumbers. We treat our people like gold, and they treat our homeowners the exact same way.
Great. Well, now there's another cool thing I've got to remember. This is a lot of responsibility, Jason.
Life can get hectic sometimes. If you don't take a moment to slow down and appreciate all the cool parts, you could miss it.
Do people ask you about me at all?
Weirdly, they do.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Tom McManus. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On
What you doing in there, man?
I'm not doing nothing.
You scratching?
We are
scratching records in there?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
That's
DJ,
what we're doing.
DJ Dylan right here.
All right. JJ the DJ.
I like it.
That's what
Dalton.
That's what
Dalton
Josie
the DJ.
calls
There you go.
us.
Dalton's back.
Dalton's back. It's all on Dalton. It's all Dalton's fault. All right, let's get to. We got a lot to get through.
Let's do it.
today. So let's. We appreciate Frank Frangie joining us from London. A little on the ground scene setter right there as the Jags get ready to take on the Rams, trying to bounce back. Tom, let's get through at least the offensive side of the matchups here.
Stafford.
Okay.
Let's just get right to it, right?
Yeah, Stafford.
Matthew Stafford
versus Trevor Lawrence. What do you like about what you're seeing from Stafford?
Well, listen, I'm going to use part of his career as well. I've just always liked Matthew Stafford. I liked him when he was at Detroit. He used to take such a beating, especially back when they used to be able to beat the quarterbacks, like bloody their mouth and, split their chin and all that fun stuff, back when you could really light them up.
Whack him upside the head
and
with
he
a
was
stick.
He would always just stand in there and make these incredible plays and throws and whatnot. Anyway, I just always liked him. I think he's still one of the more accurate guys. He's having an okay year. I should say better than okay, because he's 12-2? 12 touchdowns and 2 picks, maybe something like that. He's at 66% completion, 8 yards down the field. So listen,
and he missed most of the preseason.
Yeah, right, with his back.
Not even practicing in training camp.
Right.
that he would have played
He's
in
just so
preseason
gifted.
games.
He's really gifted. So Matthew Stafford all day long for me.
Yeah, I mean,
It's hard-
Tony,
it's hard to argue.
it'd be hard to argue for Trevor Lawrence
yeah.
versus Matthew Stafford.
Absolutely,
at this
yeah.
point in the respective careers. All right, this will get more interesting as we go down the line here. Running back, Tom.
So running back, I've got pretty close. Like, Kyron Williams, obviously a very good back, but so is Travis Etienne's having a great year. So I think they're kind of even, in that regard. I think, Travis can be utilized even more in the passing game. I know Kyron a little bit, but mostly running the ball. He's got 95 carries at 4.4 yards per carry. Etienne is 89 carries at 5.3 yards a carry. They both have 2 touchdowns. Kyron's about 70 yards a game. Etienne's almost 80 yards a game. Backing up, Blake Corum, that's a kid from Michigan, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember him. 29 carries. I mean, about double what Tootin has gotten. I'm sorry, no, very close as far as Tootin. Tootin and him are about close, 27 and 29 carries. They're about the same as far as that goes, 26 yards a game. So to me, it's a push. And I would probably slightly lean just Etienne because I think he's having a better year to date. Anyway.
Officially a push.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'd probably go. My gut would tell me if I was drafting one of these running backs, I'd take Kyron Williams, right? Because I've seen him do it more consistently over the last few years, Tony. But hard to deny 5.3 yards per carry. Even coming off the game where Etienne was shut down, he had like 2.2 yards a tote. Kyron's been steady, but not spectacular this year. I think they're both good receivers out of the backfield. I do think, from what I've seen, and it's been a small sample, I'd rather have Bajal Tootin than I would Blake Corum right now. I have, and that might be enough to give the edge and the check mark for me to the Jaguars.
Maybe. I think push is fair.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like when you look at that, but it's really close. So it's kind of, like you said, if you were picking from all the running backs, maybe Kyron's the one that you would take first, but Etienne would certainly be one of the two that you're taking. And the third guy that's going to be taken is Tootin.
Yeah, I think so.
Right, pretty easily.
We like LaQuint Allen around here as well.
Yeah, of course.
But you're if you're getting down to that point, you're probably in trouble anyway in a particular game. All right. How did you do wide receiver, tight end? Are you presuming there's Puka, no Puka? How did you factor that in?
I don't know. I was going to walk through that, to be honest with you. But, obviously if he's there, they're getting the check mark anyway. Yeah, they get the check mark anyway. Because, look, Devontae Adams is having as good or better year than our number one, and he's their number two. Now, that's, factors, whatever, but it
factors
is what
in
it
Puka's
is.
drawing coverage and all those things.
Course.
But Devontae tore this team a new one last year, too.
He did, no doubt. And if Puka does play, I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer.
Oh, easily.
No-brainer, the Rams.
I mean, if Puka's healthy, you can argue the Rams have the best pair of receivers in the National Football League.
Yep.
And, beyond that, Tutu Atwell's a capable player.
Yeah.
Jordan Whittington's a capable player.
Whittington, yep.
I don't think
Higbee, is he healthy?
Higbee's okay. He scored a touchdown, I think, last week.
Yep.
They're okay at tight end.
Yeah.
They don't really feature it much. If Brenton Strange was healthy, I'd give the Jags maybe the edge at tight end.
Yeah, fair.
But
Fair,
combining it all together, I'm with you. I'd have a hard time not giving the Rams.
So I noticed, the stats, but it was pretty interesting. The big plays, which is 20 plus, down the field, 20 yards or more. Puka's got 9. Devontae's got 8. Brian Thomas is 5. And Travis got 3. So,
they got a big edge.
Got to get down the field.
And now, look, can the Jags close that? If Puka doesn't play, it levels the playing field
for sure.
between these two teams in terms of the pass catchers. But
Agreed.
I still think that it's fair to give the Rams the edge here.
Me too. You look at Devontae's history against the Jaguars, and it's not the same secondary, obviously, that he saw last year when he comes here. But he's played 4 games against the Jags, 30 for 460 and 6 touchdowns.
Oh, jeez.
In
That's pretty
4
good.
games. Yeah.
He likes seeing that.
15 yards a catch.
All right, O-line, we're feeling really good about the O-line until we weren't feeling really good about the O-line. How do you see it?
Well, is last week the anomaly?
You tell me.
I don't know. That's a great question. But with all that being said, right, now we'll stack them next to each other. They're 4.3 yards a carry. We're at 4.7. We've given up 13 sacks. They've given up 11.
Okay, pretty even. We had one really bad game,
And that's what I'm trying. You got that curves it, right? You would
can,
think,
absolutely,
at least the way
sure.
I'm thinking. QB hits about the same. They gave up 33. We give up 35. So it's pretty close. Lark Jackson, he was playing guard. They got some beasts of guards, man. They're pretty big boys, both 340, 330. More power, it seems, than, I'm sure they're athletic in their own right, but not lighter and athletic like our guys. Their center's a 7-year vet. He's been around. Havenstein's been around. He's questionable, but I would imagine he's going to play. And that Lark Jackson, he was a sought-after free agent last year, and they flipped him out to tackle, and it looks like he's done pretty well. So I'm going to give, based on, because I don't know if it's an anomaly. It's amazing I've said that word correctly 3 times in a row with my speech problems. I'm gonna give the Rams a slight edge in this one. I'm gonna put the check mark over to the Rams because, again, the stats are pretty close. And, I don't know if they had a game like we've had. I went through it. It didn't appear that they did. So
Not that one,
right? And it's
complete
a big
breakdown
one.
game. All right, so that enough to give the slight edge. I think that's close to a push for me there
Fair.
on the offensive line, just based on the totality of what they've done through 6 weeks. But I certainly understand it coming off that performance. All right, we will get to the defensive side coming up. Let's get Blue in Missouri before we hit the break. Blue, you're on Jaguars Today. Good morning.
Duval.
What's up, man?
How are you guys doing this morning?
Very well.
My name's actually Code Blue, not Blue, but that's fine.
CB.
CB.
I bet your name's actually not Code Blue. So there's that, but.
No, it's actually Cody. But
Okay. Gotcha.
Very good.
All right. So what can we do for you?
Well, I'm very ecstatic on how the team's looked this year. Like 4-2, I'm just in complete shock. It's not what I thought the direction the team was going to go in. But James Gladstone has done an amazing job so far, and there's a few guys who I'd really like to possibly get on this team if they would call a few teams. Malcolm Kuntz from Vegas, I really like him quite a bit. And another guy who is kind of under the radar, and I doubt if he'll leave, would be Cam Jordan down in New Orleans. I think he's still pretty explosive, and I think it'd be worth a shot just for Gladstone to give him a call down there to see what they would possibly take for him.
Yeah, I like the Cam Jordan idea. He's played defensive tackle this year. He's been an end,
right?
His entire career, and he's been pretty productive this year. He also apparently smells like hot dog water.
Really?
Have you not seen the commercial?
No.
With him and his mom? Yeah.
Okay.
It smells like hot dog
So
water.
are they playing a 4-3? Is that right? Because he was a 3-4 end, right, in New Orleans? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then they must have switched to a 4-3 and made him a 3 technique?
I guess.
Wow.
Because he's playing DT. At least that's what he's been listed at all year long.
He's impressive as a 3.
I wonder, though, if he's not like Alvin Kamara. Like, he's a lifer saint.
Right.
I don't
He's
know.
36 years old. He's under a one-year deal right now.
Right. Does he want to retire never having played for another organization? He was there when they did he win a Super Bowl with them?
I think he was there.
Was he
I think
there
that
when
was
they
early.
won?
Let me look, though.
I think he might have been there. And if he's got a ring.
He wasn't there for
He
the
wasn't.
Super Bowl.
Okay, maybe he wants to ring chase then. I don't know. Alvin Kamara says he'll go drink pina coladas if they try to trade him anywhere. He doesn't want to go anywhere. So hard to say, but he's a name that is of interest. I'll look into what Malcolm Kuntz has been doing this year because he's not a name I've heard come up. But appreciate the call.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll take a look at some of those on the break here. We'll come back. Tommy's going to dig into the defensive side of the ball on the tail of the tape, matching up the Jags and the Rams. You're listening to Jaguars Today on a Keys to Victory Friday on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Apex Roofing and Contracting. Yeah, we had a beautiful week of weather, and that's wonderful. But we've had a lot of rain, and there's going to be more coming. And if your roof isn't ready for it, Apex is ready for you. Whether your roof's got damage, if it leaks, if it's just plain worn out, give Apex a shot. They're local, as I said, in Jacksonville Beach. They're not going anywhere. They're going to take great care of you, and they offer up to 100% financing as well. Don't let budget stand in the way of your home and improving it and your family's safety. Reach for the peak. Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. Online at apexroofingfl.com.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Pack your passport. Duval Pride takes a ride for a transatlantic showdown as West Coast meets First Coast for some American football at iconic Wembley Stadium. It's tea time for touchdowns with crumpets and football for breakfast.
Jacksonville Jaguars, Los Angeles Rams.
Cheerio. Sunday morning at 9:30 on 1010XL.
Food that's good for you can taste good too. Flame Broiler has protein-packed bowls to fuel your day. Introducing their new chicken avocado salad bowl. Made with romaine lettuce, rice, cabbage salad, and topped with a delicious house sesame dressing. It's a bowl full of goodness. Eat in, take out, or catered. Flame Broiler is easy to enjoy. Come in Monday through Sunday for happy hour, 2 to 5 p.m. for a chicken mini bowl and drink for $6.95 plus tax. 5 area Flame Broilers to serve you.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
When you need plumbing, septic, or air conditioning service, trust matters. That's why more homeowners in Jacksonville choose Duck Duck Rooter, the area's most trusted service company. We're licensed, insured, and the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida. From small plumbing repairs to major renovations, septic tank pump outs, drain field installations, and full air conditioning service, we do it all. Call 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter. When you're stuck, call the duck.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
I'm Max Fink on your Gator station. 1010XL is your pipeline to Gator Nation. Listen to the Gator Report all year round.
Freshened up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators. 1010XL.
Go, Gators! I'm Frank Frangie for Ricketts Electric. Any good lineup needs power. When we needed power at the Bregan Baseball Complex and all the fields we have at Fort Family Park, we trusted Ricketts Electric. You're going to love these guys. The Ricketts family has been providing commercial and residential electric service for years. Call my friend Zach today at 904-320-5960. You can also find them on Facebook and at rickettselectric.com. Ricketts Electric, the city's best power connection. Call them today at 904-320-5960.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, letting you know that Hardball now offers web stores, so your employees can order their own branded gear, and you have more time for Wordle. Check it out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Prosser here again for Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts you can trust. You might think you have a struggle ahead, but Chad and Sandy always have a solution, and ultimately it ends in a success story. Jacksonville area homes are selling, but getting the right price requires aggressive marketing and proven systems. Hiring the experts who know how to create demand is crucial. You need Chad and Sandy Newman. Need to sell now? Chad and Sandy have instant offers, fast, easy, stress-free. But, man, they deliver with the promises. The local real estate experts you can trust. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Oh, and the proof is out there. Tom and Nicole in Mandarin. I got a new job in Louisiana. We found a new home. Now we'd have to sell fast to avoid paying 2 mortgages. Chad and Sandy did it. Use them today. ChadAndSandy.com. That's ChadAndSandy.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. He's number 55.
Tom McManus.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service on 1010XL.
All right, we'll get to your defensive tail of the tape here in a second. I got the kid home from college today.
Oh, nice.
Fall break? What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Fall break?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I know that's why Bowles was playing last night. Apparently, they have fall break.
Bro,
so,
what?
So, like, the kids are off for a few days.
The Duval County had Monday and Tuesday off. Monday was a weather day. Tuesday was planning day because it was the end of the 9 weeks.
Right.
But
I think I'm going to say that when he shows up. He's got his own key, but when he comes to the door, I'm be like, bro, what?
Yeah. Like when I got to the stadium last night, I saw one of the coaches. I was like, why are they playing today instead of tomorrow? He's like, well, fall break. The kids are out tomorrow.
Fall break.
Tomorrow on Monday. I was like, oh. Like,
because
what?
they've been going hard at it, Tony, for a month and a half.
Like,
That's right. The rigors of college.
Yeah, they work 3 consecutive weeks, and like that's a lot for like what teachers do. Because if you look at the calendar, they have a day off like almost once or twice a month.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not ripping on the teachers.
No, I'm not either. That's
no,
right.
I just never heard of week off in fall.
I mean, let's be honest. In
we got
college, you
spring
don't even
break.
have to go to class half the time. You know what I mean?
Depends on
No longer the
football. Tom, buddy, I don't know. I kind of had to go to class, Tony. I don't know about you. I still
maybe that was my mistake.
It's been a while, but for years after college, I would still have the dream of waking up and being late for class and being like, because many times at Flagler, man, everything was when I went there. Now it's spread out. It was all in one city block. I probably woke up 2 minutes before class and just like, bing, sprint
Just
to the
take off,
classroom and make it.
Right.
You know, because it's just you're running a couple hundred yards.
Right. I would have been like,
Tom would have been like, roll over.
I don't know. I'll catch up later.
Is the dining hall open? Let's go. All right. So I looked up Malcolm Kuntz to see what he was doing because he has not really been on my radar. And I don't know. He's got 1 sack.
Yeah.
Apparently didn't play last year. He's still only 27 years old. I don't know how the Raiders feel about him. You know, he's a young guy. I wonder how they feel about Tyree Wilson, for that matter, out there. Former, what was he, a top 10 pick as a defensive end? He flashes every once in a while, but he's never – but we need a guy who's not going to come in – if we're going to get a pass rusher, like – an Arden Key type. It doesn't have to be Arden Key, but a guy who knows his role. By the way, for everyone salivating over Trey Hendrickson, that game last night did not help you at all because now Cincinnati's like, damn, all right, we're a game and a half out.
Right.
Flacco is actually going to carry us to some wins. Unbelievable, that
He's
guy, man.
unbelievable.
He throws such a great
ball.
ball.
I know.
If he has any kind of time.
Yeah, such a great story. I love what he said at the end. He's like, I just want to go talk to my family, hear their reaction.
You know, they talk about him just sitting there on the bench, you know, with the stoic nature, you know, and he's just kind of almost meditative and processing. And he's like, man, I don't want to get too high, and I've seen it all.
Right. Yeah, they had him and Jamar on the set like after the game, you know, with Thursday Night Football, and they were asking him, you know, being new and all this stuff. He's like, I didn't know half the calls when they came in my ear. Like he said, like still at that point in the install.
Did you hear in the second? Because I'm on the air during the first half, so I don't hear any of the commentary. But in the second half, they said they asked what was the most impressive thing. Asked Zach Taylor was the most impressive thing. He goes, first practice. He got in, like, we traded for him on a Tuesday. First practice on a Wednesday. We'd given him 20 plays. Flawless. Like, nothing. He just executed, called them, knew what to do, seen it all. Maybe it's called something different in the other, but he's seen everything.
That's good memorization. I mean,
it's
right
phenomenal,
off the bat.
right? But he's right off the bat.
No, right.
But that's why he is still able to go. He bounces from team to team to team to team.
I know.
And plays.
Since he left Baltimore,
if you protect him at all,
he can make all
he
the
can
throws.
still make every throw, man. I mean, and I brought this up over the years. Parcells said back in the 90s, he goes, if you could protect Vinny'd be the best quarterback in the league
Vinny's
at 40,
arm
41 years old.
incredible.
Just that tight spiral, but he could move.
Right.
Flacco can't really move much.
That's right.
A little bit better than
Vin.
Yeah, that run last night was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. And a great play by Rodgers too to get the Hail Mary, like because you know what he was going to do. You knew he was going to do the little 180 spin to buy time, and he's going to let it go, and it got about to the goal line or thereabouts.
70 yards.
In the air,
Yeah,
right?
70 yards in the air. There's like 2 or 3 quarterbacks in the league that can even attempt that throw.
No, right.
I bet there are a couple more than that, but like Joe Milton
Anthony
could probably
Richardson.
do it.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson, I think, could do it. But there are a few like
Josh Allen, I would assume.
Yeah, there are a few, but
Mahomes
it's a handful of guys.
Mahomes got caught up in the air in his
It
here.
did.
You know,
It
I thought
died.
he was gonna
He didn't
heave
get
it the
to
whole
the
way.
end zone
No,
there.
no.
You know,
Yeah.
eat your Wheaties there.
That's right.
Patty. All right. So anyway, Malcolm Kuntz, we kind of kicked it around on the break.
Yeah.
Not. I mean, look, if that's a guy that they identify as maybe under the radar, undervalued, sure, I'm going to trust James Gladstone.
The last trade was a player swap plus picks, right?
Yes, picks in our favor. Which, by the way, what broadcast was it? Last night's broadcast, they were talking about.
Oh, I don't know.
The trade. Maybe it was it Monday Night Football? Maybe they were talking about the trade and how not only did Cleveland get a player that fits their system better, but they improved their draft position by and I'm like, you idiots.
Yeah, really.
It's the complete opposite.
The other way
of
around,
that.
buddy.
It's the other way around, but they were lavishing praise on Cleveland for getting that
So
draft
in this
pick
trade,
upgrade.
if it happens, you think any swap candidates, or it's going to be just go
I
get
think
a player?
It's picks to go
Just
get a player.
Okay.
Mostly.
Well, they got all that late draft ammo.
Yeah.
And it's to do stuff like
They
this.
got 3/3 and a second.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have a first, but they can
might
can
be
do
able
some
to,
things.
totally.
All right, let's come back. Let's get to the defensive side.
Okay, cool.
On tail of the tape, then we got to get confidence picks coming up. We got a lot to get to.
We do.
In hour 2, it is marching upon us quickly. You're listening to Jaguars Today. Keep it right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for my friends at Dandy Foods, locally owned and operated by my friends, the Thompson family, and they should be yours as well. A Jacksonville family. Generations of the Thompsons have worked for Dandy, continuing right up to this day, all the way since way back in 1956. I've been honored to talk about Dandy's products for over a decade on this program. Personally enjoyed Dandy's sandwiches for a lot longer than that, going way back to the mid-90s. Dandy's the perfect go-to when you're in a hurry. You don't want the hassle of a long wait. You can't go wrong because they're a great value compared to the drive-thru. Fast, fresh, always tasty, and waiting for you in the cold case at convenience stores all over town. As a matter of fact, right down from the Jacksonville Zoo, the Sunoco station on Heckscher Drive, San Marco Foods has a great selection of Dandy sandwiches. Whether it's the Monster Classic Combo or a delicious meatball sub, you're going to find plenty of choices to satisfy even the heartiest of appetites. When you're hungry, do what I do. Go out and make yours a Dandy and do it today.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. You want to know more about your favorite football team.
That's right.
And John Osher delivers because O knows. Wednesdays from 10 to noon on Jaguars Today. Served by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views on 1010XL.
Call 904-500-COOL. Ideal conditions.
We're a veteran and still 100% locally owned and operated HVAC, plumbing, electrical, roofing, and general contracting company. Ideal Conditions has been BBB accredited with an A+ rating since 2008 with 4.9 out of 5 stars from over 1,000 reviews on Google.
Call 904-500-COOL.
Honk if you see us. Call for service.
Ideal conditions.
IdealConditionsJax.com.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Celebrate every score for Duval's favorite home team this season at One Night Taco Stand. Enjoy $3.99 margaritas, and when the home team scores, free tequila shots. Dine in only during the game. Don't miss Taco Tuesday, daily lunch specials, and Top Shelf Friday, Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows. One Night Taco Stand, where tacos, tequila, and touchdowns come together.
Tom McManus buckles his chin strap as he joins Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl.
I just love a man in uniform.
Helmets and heels. Afternoons 2 to 4. Served by Green Law Group on 1010XL.
The Golf Club of Southampton has big plans for 2026, renewing the greens plus plenty more. But right now's the time to take advantage of member opportunities before the big renovation. Now until the end of December, you can join and save $1,500 off their initiation fee plus $500 back in a gift card with a 12-month commitment. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Playability for every skill level and a huge practice area to hone your game. Lock in now and enjoy membership privileges at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Your favorite band live, first chord hits. That's a thrill. But for the accident attorneys at Farah and Farah, what thrill beats them all?
It's the thrill of the win. I've been there when the worry is real, when the bills pile up, when the pain doesn't quit, and getting the call that says, "We came through for you." That's huge. It's about seeing that weight lift, helping folks walk out better than when they walked in. Yeah, we're built for that.
Call Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the Southeast to offer multi-unit hair grafting and the 45-minute PRP treatments. Grow your hair back. Call now for a free in-person evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. 904-777-4477 or visit hairforme.com.
Hey, Hicken here. Cooler weather right around the corner. So are you ready to float happy in the pool? Listen up. This month, Surfside Pools offering 10% on new pool heaters or heater replacements and installation. That's right. Now is the time to upgrade your pool heating system and extend that swimming season for months of extra enjoyment. Only from Surfside Pools, the trusted name for expert pool service. Family owned and operated. Call 246-2666 or visit surfsidepool.net.
License number CPC 044080.
Here's a health and wellness tip from orthopedic specialists of Jacksonville.
Here's a simple tip for shoulder health to improve your posture. Slouching can put extra stress on your shoulders, leading to pain and injury. Make sure your head is over your shoulders are relaxed and pulled back, and your spine is properly aligned. Whether you're sitting or standing, if you sit for long periods of time, make sure to get up and take breaks and work on pulling your shoulders back. Get up and get moving, Jacks. And go Jags.
Stay healthy with orthopedic specialists of Jacksonville.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Southern Oak Insurance. The Jacksonville Jaguars are in London preparing to face the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday. Jacksonville is looking for their 5th win of the season before enjoying the bye week. You can catch all the action here on 1010XL on Sunday, as we'll have pregame, in-game, and post-game coverage for you beginning at 6:30 a.m. with the Publix kickoff show with Mike Dempsey and JP Shadrick. Right now, 77 degrees at 11:02. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Tom McManus, brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service on 1010XL.
All right, packing a lot into 2 hours today. What do you got going on over there? You okay?
I was just saying my
saw the
I was
aftermath.
thinking look at that.
PB&J looks like
it had
gunshot
a
wound.
like something happened to it.
Yeah.
I ate it. It's really good.
I ate it. It's delicious. All right, let's get to the tail of the tape on the defensive side. So we got confidence picks coming up. We got to go little keys to victory roundtable, which, by the way, if you want to submit yours, hit us up on social media at MD_1010XL. Let us know what you think the 3 keys are for the Jags to get the win. Tommy.
Yep.
Defensive line. Rams v. Jags. Who's got the edge?
Rams. They're pretty good. They're a very good defensive line. Well, they're good defensive line. Verse has only got 3 sacks, but he's still solid. Obviously, Jones. Is it Jones? No, Brian. I always say Jones. It's Byron Young has 7.5 sacks. He's a beast coming off the edge. So I'm using their outside backers as their D-line. They run a 3-4, I think, type defense. So I didn't include them in linebackers. I included them as defensive linemen because Verse and Young are listed as outside backers, but they're pass rushers. So I just threw them on the defensive line. Braden Fisk is just solid. I mean, he hasn't done really that much of anything as far as statistics-wise if you look at him individually. However, their defense is pretty damn stout. 3.8 yards a carry against the run, which is phenomenal. And third down, 36.47. So they've got a pretty good defense on that side of the ball, getting off the field on third down. So I'm gonna go because just comparing, what Trayvon has and what Josh Hines Allen has and what.
Well, and Trayvon's playing one-handed,
I know,
too.
So
that's a factor.
That does factor in for sure.
Even if he wasn't, though.
I'd still go Rams.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams
got a good
arguably
D-line.
have the best pair of pass rushers in the league.
Yeah, arguably, for sure.
They're in the conversation.
They are.
I mean, you can look at Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson. You can look at our guys.
Yeah.
There are several good duos out there, but Byron Young's been destroying people this year.
Yeah,
so,
he has. He's had
almost like Rocky. He was destroying people right there. I know.
It
So I got
doesn't matter how
little
hard you can
subliminal
hit.
thought about
Just
that
remember that.
going on. All right, that's right. It's how many times you
How many
keep
times?
getting up. Tommy, linebackers. How you see it? Who gets the edge?
Our guys. Just because I think Foyer's still awesome.
No Devin Lloyd.
No, I know, no Devin. But again, I moved those Verse and Young out of there, so they have the inside backer that made a few tackles the past couple of weeks. Other than that, he's been okay. The two inside backers been okay. So I'm going to go with our two inside backers, even with Lloyd out. I think Aluakin's, he's playing at a high level. There's no doubt. And I think Ventrell Miller filled in fine. I mean, he's a physical guy. I saw him two-gap the center and make a hit on the running back at the line of scrimmage. Pretty darn impressive. He can blitz. He should have had that sack. Obviously, he just slipped and Eric got that one. But I'm gonna give our backers the nod.
I'd probably go push on this one, just because Nate Landman's been really, really good this year, and with Devin Lloyd out, Devin Lloyd makes an easy edge.
Well, that would be even more so. What's he done other than make a lot of tackles?
That's what's Foye done other than make a lot of tackles. I mean, he's kind of the glue in the middle of that defense that they had been missing, and they brought him in from Atlanta, and that's what he's been. Those other guys go hunt the quarterback, and he cleans it up.
It just seems like last couple of weeks he's turned it on, and before that maybe not. But whatever. Okay.
All right. Secondary.
Secondary. Look, we give up 256 yards a game in the passing game as a defense, and we're third to last in the league ranked. So not very good in that regard. They give up just under 200 at 199. They got some guys, couple guys with a couple interceptions. Cam Curl, the safety's got two. I know Witherspoon's on IR. We got a couple DBs. I remember Emmanuel Forbes. I remember when he was picked. He was a first-round pick. But at the end of the day, stats-wise, I'm going to give it to them because they're holding their guys down. As far as turnovers, we're definitely ahead of them. We're still number one in the league for interceptions. They got 4 picks. So, 7 passing touchdowns they've given up. We've given up 10. So I'm going to give the nod to the Rams secondary.
Okay, special teams.
Special teams, interesting enough, the kickers are close. I mean,
Cardi's not been that good. From
10
what
of 14,
seen, right?
And we're 10 of 13.
Yeah, Cam's been.
By the way, Cardi's missed 2 extra points. How about that? That's like take him out to the middle of the ocean and drop him in. You know what I mean? Like 2 missed PAs.
Maybe weigh him down.
Yeah, well, you got to cement shoe him for sure. Like you can't just let him float. No, I'm going to go. Well, you know what? I'm going to go not us because our punt return's better overall. And although they have a pretty decent punt returner, Logan Cook is third in the league, 47.6 net. I've been watching the net demps. He turned me on to that. Ethan Evans at 41.9 yards on the net. So yeah, I'm gonna go us. I'm gonna give us special teams.
Head coach.
It's McVay. Yeah, he's badass, and he's been doing it a long time. And one of his pupils is going to go against him. So,
that is I think, easily the most checks that an opponent has gotten this year.
All year, for sure. No, I told you it's Ram heavy. I went through it. I'm like, they're pretty good.
All right, we'll save our X Factor. We'll have that coming up. But we'll come back. Let's do our picks for the week, confidence picks. We'll recap where we went last week with them. Then we'll get to our X Factors, our keys to victory. Still a bunch to do here in the second hour of Jaguars Today. Keep it right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
That's why we give you Pre-Game Friday. Get the news, notes, and inside stuff you need to get ready for game day.
You like that?
Built by Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Chelsea here, ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? During our fall savings month, get 20% off your replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, or 0 interest for 12 months. Our Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida homes, designed to help you save on energy bills by maintaining indoor temperatures year-round. Offer ends October 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets savings.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Joe C for Hard Rock Bet. Hail Marys, QB draws, corner fades, it doesn't matter. When you bet on touchdowns with Hard Rock Bet, every game day can turn into a big payday. Pick your favorite player to find the end zone in Week 6 now. Last week, one bettor turned a $20 three-leg first touchdown scorer parlay into a massive $12,000 win. Are you next? Download the Hard Rock Bet app now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Hunters Know Patience is part of the game.
Just got to keep hunting.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Faber, and Captain Kirk Waltz on the Nimnicht Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com/Duval. That's WM.com/Duval and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's the Mangler.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold, we had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite. It's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone fresh veggies and our new Duval drizzle. Order the new Jags Stack in the app right now. Available for limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in Duval!
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. He's number 55.
Tom McManus.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service. On 1010XL.
All right, so Tommy, on game day on Sunday, you got a watch party going on. You want to get some details on
Neighborhood bar, Debs, right around the corner. One of my favorite places at the beach at Monkey's Uncle. in Jacksonville Beach. So come on out. It's right there on 3rd Street, right around 18th, 17th North. It's a fantastic spot. Most people out at the beach, they know exactly where it's at because it's always packed in there. A ton of TVs, great food. We go there quite often. We'll either order wings or go there and eat and watch a bunch of games, shoot some pool. It's become a neighborhood bar type hangout. They got live music on Fridays. Highly recommend. They always have a good band. But we'll be there Sunday at 9:30, man, ready for the Jags kickoff. It's the Bud Light watch party with myself.
All right.
And some other
I heard
peeps.
you on Helmets and Heels earlier this week saying the drinking will start early.
I mean, I'm in a bar. I mean, what the heck? Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I would think it would be rude not to.
I think so.
At that point.
I mean, a couple beers, no big deal.
Okay.
You know what? If it's Guinness, it's like breakfast, really. I mean, that's
you can
almost like a
chew
meal.
Guinness.
Almost.
Yeah, it's almost thick
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. It's like it's a meal. It could be part of a meal, if you know what I mean.
You can go the full English breakfast.
I'm going. I mean, if they're offering it, I'm going. I'm sure they're going to offer it. Their food there's incredible, and I'm sure they're going to put it all together nice and tight for us.
They put a lot of stuff on your plate for the full English breakfast. Have you ever had that before? It's like everything you can imagine plus
sausage,
plus like pork
egg,
and beans
right.
and like tomatoes, which Tony loves.
Tony does like a good
slices of
tomato.
tomato.
I don't like tomatoes.
No?
No, I used to, but not anymore.
All right.
We're
Well,
not,
Monkey's
we're not
Uncle,
friends anymore.
Go hang out at the beach with Tommy Mack. And
Yeah, come on,
crew
man. Be fun.
On Sunday at 9:30. All right. Confidence picks last week. Here's how it went down.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. We'll start at the top. Tony Smith went 9-5 on the week, but he hit his top 2 games. And he was the only one who had Chicago on Monday Night Football against Washington. Tony posted 70 for the week, high score of the week.
Nice job, Tone.
I went 7-7, but I hit my top 3 games. I hit 5 of my top 6 games. Then that helped me get to 63 points. Tom, you had the best record of the week. You were 10-4, but you missed 4 of your top 5 games and then didn't miss another one after that. So your most confident games, you were the worst on. Your least confident games, you rolled through, and you posted 56 points last week. So
Okay.
after 6 weeks of competition, Tony leads the way with 486. I'm at 461.5. Tom's at 450.5. You can get that half point if there's a tie, depending on where you had the winner.
I had 3 losses. Just curious, but we'll go over the break.
No,
we
no,
don't
no.
have time.
We'll go over right now.
Okay, we do. Okay.
You had Jacksonville.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
You had Washington.
Right.
Okay. You
Yep.
had Buffalo.
Right.
You had Indianapolis. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I went.
Why did I think Indy lost?
I don't know.
scratched them out on everybody.
And I had 10 points there. So I
you got
actually
10,
had-
I
yeah.
got 11, Tony got 12, so you
Okay.
still lose ground
No.
for bringing it up. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I just scratched right through Indy. Maybe I'm just I'm hate watching.
Arizona throwing into the end zone wasn't enough. Yeah.
I'm glad that you corrected that because now Tony
Now
and I
everybody
have moved
jumps
further
up.
ahead of you
There you
right
go.
now. So basically,
Well, I jumped up too, so it's about the same margin.
Well, Tony got 2 more than you. Tony added 2 points to you, and I added 1.
Yeah, 1, 2. That don't.
Okay. That's fine. All right. Good catch, though. I'm glad you did catch. I don't know what I was
Gotta make
going right
sure.
through and
It's-
like,
yeah.
oh, how about
All right.
that?
Beautiful.
I scratched right through. So I actually hit my top 6 last week and then almost nothing after that. So good for me. All right. Let's get to it. So Tony had the most points and will lead off in week 7.
Yeah, I'll take Kansas City over Vegas
I
on the
bet you will.
14-point line, Denver over the Giants on the 13, and New England over Tennessee on the 12.
All right, I've got KC on the 14-point line. I've got the Fighting Mike Vrabels going in and taking care of business in a return engagement in Nashville, and I will take Green Bay against Arizona on the 12-point line. Tom McManus.
Duval in London. 23-21. They're close. They're close. We got to put it together, but I'm going with Duval.
You just gave 85 check marks to the Rams in the tail of the tape, but
Does it matter?
23-21.
Last week I had mostly Jags, I think.
You're
And
right.
Seattle won.
Your check mark
Just never
process
know.
might be off.
I might be off. Okay, so I got Jags, and I got New England at 13 and KC at 12.
All right, Tony?
11-point line, I'll take Chicago over New Orleans at home, Green Bay over Arizona on the road on the 10-point line, and Jacksonville over the Rams on the 9.
Wow, you guys are frisky. I'm going Detroit over Tampa Bay on Monday Night Football. I'm going Denver worth 10 points against the New York Giants, and I'm taking Seattle against Houston on Monday Night Football as well, the Monday Night doubleheader. Tommy Mack.
Yeah, 11. I got Green Bay on the road. 10. Seattle at home. 9. Carolina on the road.
Okay. Tony.
8-point line, I'll take Seattle over Houston on Monday Night Football. 7-point line, San Francisco at home over Atlanta. And on the 6-point line, give me the Chargers over the Colts.
Okay. I'm going Chicago on the 8-point line. I don't remember who anyone's playing at this point. Over New Orleans. I'm taking Carolina on the 7-point line against the New York Jets. And I'm going to take Dallas at home against Washington worth 6. Tommy.
This is wild. I've got 9, 8, 7, 6 in a row. So I got Denver at 8, Chargers at 7, Dallas at 6, all at home.
Chargers 7 and Dallas at 6. All right, 5 games left. Tony, give them to us.
Yeah, I'll take Detroit over Tampa on the 5-point line, Dallas over Washington on the 4, Philadelphia over Minnesota on the 3, Cleveland over Miami on the 2, and the Jets to get their first win in the season over Carolina.
Not very confident about it.
This is 2 weeks in a row. I've had the Jets on the 1-point line to get their first win of the year.
Oh, no.
They almost came through last week.
True. I've got the Chargers worth 5 this week. I'm taking Atlanta against San Francisco on the 4-point line. I am taking Cleveland at home against Miami worth 2. I'm taking Minnesota against Philadelphia. And I got the LA Rams on the 1-point line.
Ooh.
I do. Look, nothing I say is going to change what happens on Sunday.
Last time you had them on the, the 1-point line and went Jaguars' way. The last time you used that line in the Kansas City game.
I picked the Jags to win that game.
I was just talking about the 1-point line, not which way you went.
Gotcha.
But it went the Jags' way when you were that unsure about the result.
1-point line's kind of like you did, kind of like you didn't.
Yeah.
Well, but I got to be honest, like my gut tells me that it'll be an upset if the Jags win because they got a lot of work to do on the line of scrimmage.
Would you take the points? I think they're at 3.5 right now.
Probably would
or
take
3.
the point. Yeah, I mean, I've got it at my lowest confidence outcome, so I think it'll be
a tight game,
a very close game.
All right, cool.
And I hope I'm wrong. Cam Little, walk it off. Give me your final 5, Tom.
Just make your PAT, buddy. 5, Cleveland. 4, Chicago. 3, Minnesota. 2, Tampa. 1, Atlanta.
Atlanta. All right, here's what we got, top to bottom. Tony Smith goes Kansas City, Denver, New England, Chicago, Green Bay, Jacksonville, Seattle, San Francisco, the LA Chargers, Detroit, Dallas, Philadelphia, Cleveland, and the Jets. And I've got the Chiefs, the Patriots, Packers, Lions, Broncos, Seahawks, Bears, Panthers, Cowboys, Chargers, Falcons, Browns, Vikings, and unfortunately the Rams. And Tommy Macko in Jacksonville, most confident outcome. Getting the win worth 14. New England, KC, Green Bay, Seattle, Carolina, Denver, LA Chargers, Dallas, Cleveland, Chicago, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, and Atlanta in order from most to least confidence is what we've got right there. All right.
Exciting times.
It is exciting times.
I agree.
Around these parts. All right. Why don't we do our X Factor? And Tom, let you bat lead off on this one. What is your X Factor for the Jags to come away with a win?
That Puka Nacua doesn't play.
Okay, that's fair.
So
it's a huge
I don't wish ill will on anybody. I don't want the guy to not play. Because he's.
I don't think he's going to play. I don't think he's going to make the trip.
I don't want. If he's not in there, we've got. Although Devontae Adams killed us a year ago, but if that Puka doesn't.
I think if he gets on the plane, he's playing. Okay. I don't think they're taking. I mean, they're going so late that if they're not going to use him, why expose him to 10 hours of air travel and a quick turnaround when you got a bye week coming up?
True.
Today will tell the tale, I think, whether or not he gets on the plane. So the X factor is Puka's presence for you, Tony.
Walker Little bounce back for the Jags because he is going to face whatever pass rusher is going to be. That outside guy over there is going to potentially give him issues. Does he have a big bounce back week for Walker?
All right, watch this. Now I'll give you mine with today's 10-10 take. Told you.
How you do that, man?
I don't know what I could have done.
10-10 take. Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 take is serviced by Ideal Conditions Heating and Air, your go-to local HVAC company. Veteran owned and operated.
Tease Frangie tomorrow.
Frank Frangie will be on the call on the Jags, 9:30 a.m. in London. All right, that's what we did when we were stalling. Was it yesterday? Anyway. To me, the X factor is, and my number one key to victory is impacting Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
Can't let him sit back there. And so my X factor is actually the third guy. Who is that third guy? You know, look, I'd like the first guy, Josh Hines-Allen, to get a few sacks. That'd be great.
Yep.
Trayvon's given everything he's got, but it's tough when your hand is in a club.
Right.
Somebody else has got to step up.
Man, that's what Ogba's supposed to be here for, right?
Yeah. By the way, this just in the last minute, the Rams have ruled out Puka Nacua.
There you go. Tommy Mack, X Factor. You want to make Matt Stafford's availability an X Factor now, too? See if we can double down on this
double
one?
down.
I do love that. I mean, that gives the Jags a wonderful chance. I mean, with Puka, that would only exacerbate my X Factor here. You've got to move Stafford off his spot. You got to do something, man. 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions this year. And look, Tutu Atwell can kill you. Whittington's a good receiver.
Yeah.
These guys don't have to be A-listers for Stafford to make them very effective. And they didn't get enough on Sam Darnold last week, and the Seahawks admitted, like, we kind of game plan for that. Get the ball out of his hands quickly. Stafford can do that as well, but if they can protect it up front and get some of those longer shots down the field, he's still a great deep ball thrower.
Yeah, he's very accurate.
He's so dangerous, man.
He is.
And so for me, even more, like, protecting Trevor's big, absolute. All these things that we're talking about are big factors in this game. But if you let Matt Stafford sit back there and just turn his head and go through his progressions, you're in trouble on Sunday.
No, you're right.
That's
that's for like any QB, but especially him. He'll kill you.
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we take an early celebratory break, and Puka Nacua can join us in the next segment, sitting around doing a whole lot of nothing, as he will not make the trip. And nobody should shed a tear about that. You know, I bring this up all the time. People say, I want to beat them at their best. I want to beat them. I just want to win.
Baby.
I like to beat them at their best, but I'll take beating them at their worst as opposed to losing to them at their best.
Yeah, right.
You know, so if they want to leave anybody else home behind, Byron Young, Jared Verse, weekend off.
Man, Walker really needs a bounce back. Jeez, just take care of those guys.
That would be fantastic. We'll see if he's able to get it done. All right, so confidence picks in the books, X Factors. Let's go roundtable keys to victory when we return in a moment. Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Tom McManus, and Dylan Denmark here with you on Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for big number one, Duval Ford. Mobile service is so fantastic, so convenient. They come right to you with the same great dealership quality. You can take your car over to Duval Ford, any kind of vehicle over on Cassett Avenue, and be amazed at their service department. They're going to get you in quickly, in and out, with over 90 service bays. But how nice is it to have them come to you for mobile oil changes, filter changes, whatever it is. Check them out with no up pricing. It's the same flat rate for you. Duval Ford mobile service. Check them out at Cassett Avenue or online at duvalford.com.
Jaguars Today.
For the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. At 1010XL. 1010XL is your home for play-by-play of Bishop Kenny football.
After 2 road wins, the Crusaders defend their home turf against the Buccaneers. Bishop Kenny First Coast, Friday at 7 on 1010XL.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
What's happening, folks? It's your main man, AT, of course. And whether you're biking through shaded forest trails, casting a line from Camp Chow Pier, or enjoying music by the St. Johns River, Clay County is full of ways to play. This month, experience off-road trails at the 2025 Crawling for the Fallen. Savor bold flavors and classic rides at Moose Haven's 15th annual Chili Cook-Off and Car Show, and celebrate the fall season at fall festivals all across the county. Find a full lineup at exploreclay.com. Come on, somebody.
Maxed out on credit cards? Struggling with high-interest debt? You could pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. Hey, it's Prosser here. Get cash out now without touching your low-rate first mortgage. No appraisals, no waiting, no BS. The Rapid Equity Loan Program at Loan Pronto is amazing. One Loan Pronto client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. They paid off debt, renovated their kitchen, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,800. That's a huge turnaround. Instant approvals, low rates, no hard credit pull up front. That's Loan Pronto. Listen, your home equity is yours. Use it. Get cash to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. Call Loan Pronto now for a free instant appraisal for your home and see how much cash you can get today. Loan Pronto is an A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have nearly 2,500 5-star Google reviews. Call now and start the conversation. Go to loanpronto.com or call 999-1508. That's loanpronto.com.
Hear the Florida Gators all season on 1010XL. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. The law firm of Farah and Farah and Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Go Gators!
Jacksonville is game time, and just like the Jaguars fight for every yard on the field, Duck Duck Rooter fights for every customer at home. From plumbing repairs to septic pump outs to keeping your AC cool all season long, we've got the winning playbook. Duck Duck Rooter is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars and delivers championship service every time. When plumbing, septic, or AC problems put you on defense, don't fumble the call. Dial 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter, when you're stuck, call the Duck.
Jaguar fans, Palm Beach Autographs is putting together a Fanatics exclusive with a chance for you to meet and get an autograph from Trevor Lawrence and Ryan Thomas Jr. All the details are at palmbeachautographs.com. It's happening October 28th at Palm Beach Autographs in the Avenues Mall.
Blue here for the Blue Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, so keys to victory Friday. You all right over there? What's going on?
I'm rocking and rolling, baby.
Are you?
Yep.
Just moving right along, moving through it, powering through it?
Yeah, totally. You know,
Whatever
I love
it is.
Friday.
Love it.
Don't you love Friday?
I do love
I
Friday.
love Friday, man.
I do love Friday. I like
Absolutely.
Friday at about 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
Then
you
I'm
got to
done-
work at night,
I'm
though,
done
don't
for the
you?
day,
Right.
but Saturday's my one sleeping day of the week.
And you do sleep in.
I do.
Till what's the sleep in
10.
time? Do you really
Oh,
get
yeah.
that late?
Oh yeah.
Man, I just get up. I don't, and I'll take a nap later, but not very long, like 20, 30 minutes
Nah,
at
easy
the
peasy.
most.
Easy peasy sleeping
Good for
until
you,
10
man.
o'clock. I might sleep till
Jeez.
11 sometimes.
No kidding.
It depends, yeah. Gotta get
that-
get the batteries charged up, man.
That's your body saying you're tired. You got to sleep.
Then
get it.
I'm working till 11 p.m. on Saturday night, and
Right.
then I'll be
We're
at
early
the
Sunday,
Miller
yeah.
Electric Center at 4:30.
Oh, is that a kick in the nuts?
I mean, it is.
But
what it is.
it's okay.
I like to get there 2 hours before we go on because
Okay.
I like to get all my stuff
Yeah.
prepped and ready
You're
to go.
be there at 4:30.
I'll be there at 4:30.
So you're
We're
leaving
all
the
here
house at 3:30?
That's correct.
Ish.
3:30. Yeah.
That's man, you're good, man.
I don't know. Maybe I could probably leave at 4, get there at 5.
I get up at
Just-
4 sometimes, just like whatever.
Whatever. It is what it is. It's
Get up.
the job,
Yeah.
you know. And then in the off season, it's like, what do you do? Not a whole lot. It's noon.
That's right.
See you on the driving
That's
range.
right.
All right, let's get our man Fan Cam up here on this Friday morning. Good morning, Cam.
Hey, good morning, guys. We need to kick some butt on this one, and Tommy, I'm looking forward to wreaking a little havoc with you Sunday morning. I know the last thing I'll hear when I leave the house is you're not doing car bombs with Tommy at 9 a.m. So
9:30.
I'll be
Yeah.
okay.
Once kickoff,
Yeah,
you have to do a
9:30
car
is
bomb
good.
at kickoff.
Anything happens.
There we go. And Guinness sounds good for breakfast, by the way.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm with you, Mike. I think we need to pressure Stafford. You got to get him off his spot, or the guy will kill you. Number 2 would be the flip side of that coin that we saw so poorly executed last week. You got to give Trevor time to throw. He's got to be able to plant his back foot and calmly survey the field for at least a second or two. You saw the great commitment to that last night for Flacco when they were chipping Watt and Highsmith on every play with a running back, wide receiver, tight end. Every play it seemed like passing down, they're chipping them, and it worked really well. And thirdly, let's win the turnover battles. Let's get back to creating 3 or 4 turnovers, and let's kick a little butt. I hope you guys enjoy the ball game, as everyone here in
Duval. All right, Cam. Appreciate you. When we go around here, get a few keys to victory. Tony, why don't you start us off here? And you can, if you want to go back over anything we said for X Factor, that's fine. But
sure.
What do you got?
Yeah, I would say, and it's something we've hinted to as we've gone through the show here this morning, don't let the Rams' defensive line dictate the game. That's what happened last week against Seattle. Can't happen again, despite it being an apparently better group with the Rams that they'll be facing this week than what Seattle had. But that can't be the entire game again, where it's just whatever you want to do on offense can't even get off the starting blocks because of what the defensive line is doing to you.
I'm going to just add to that because I think as a team, they lost a little physicality last week. They did not. They were out physical. They were out muscled. They were out physical on both lines of scrimmage. So let's get back to that physicality. Those first 4 weeks, both sides of the line were playing pretty darn stout. So
Get Hainsey back.
That should help.
That's good. And along, I mean, I feel like we're all talking about the same kind of things here, along with the more physical play, the improved offensive line play. Find a way to run the ball effectively.
Yeah.
It was a big part of what you were doing early in the season.
True.
I'm not saying you have to be a 55-45 run pass split or anything like that, but you got to have some effectiveness and a willingness to stick with it. I get it. Last week, but the Rams can be tough up front as well, and you got to slow down those pass rushers somehow. And the running game, screen game have to be on point.
Which Fan Cam just bringing up Josh Hines-Allen and the need for them to get pressure on Matthew Stafford kind of feeds into my number 2 key here. The stars need to play like stars for this football team, and Hines-Allen would be on that list. I think it's time for Travis Hunter to not just play like a star, but be a star. For a week for the football team. He's had star moments in games for them so far this year, but I think we're about due for him to just have that star-turning kind of performance in one of these games here in the very near future. I think this would be a good week for that kind of thing to happen.
Yeah, my other key is get those bread and butter plays back into Trevor's system. Those quick outs. The out patterns that he's very good at. He's also good at the dig. There's no doubt about that. But that out pattern is unstoppable when they do it right. And I think he does it right most of the time. He's not wild with his throw on that one. For whatever reason, it seems. He seems to be on point. And get some more confidence back in that young man. I felt like last week, even when he ran the ball, he didn't run it as defiantly as he did against Kansas City. Even on that 4th down where he got the first down, but he just fell to the ground. He didn't look to cut or make a play. A week before, it felt like he would have tried to get more yardage there. So I don't know if maybe that hit in the goal line. Remember, Kansas City hit him pretty good. Maybe that affected him. But yeah, we got to get our quarterback into a rhythm, and I think those bread and butter plays could get him there.
Well, you can't squander opportunities, right? And I'm thinking of Cam Little here now. All right, this is the one, probably the area of the team we were so convinced that Brian Thomas was the best player on this team, but that the most automatic thing we had was Cam Little from like inside 60 yards, right? And missed that extra point. He's missed 4 kicks now. And again, if he makes those 2 kicks, which are well within his capability of doing, when they score that touchdown, instead of going for 2 to make it a 6-point game, they can kick the extra point, make it a 3-point game, which they likely would have done at that point. Then that changes the dynamic of the entire 4th quarter when you're only trailing by 3. So if you got the opportunity to put points on the board, Cam's got to deliver, man. He's capable of doing it. He's just got to come through.
In the matchup against Seattle last week, I was nervous enough about the energy coming out of Monday Night Football that I included it as one of my keys, right? Like, it was like, and when we got to Sunday morning, as the game was getting ready to kick off, I was like, I hope their energy isn't my energy, because I had no juice, right, for that game as it was going. I was like, I hope they don't match me, getting ready for this game. This week, there should be an urgency to the way that they play. 4-3 and 5-2, 5-2. Those are better than most everybody expected them to be at this point in the season. But they were 4-1. I don't think the Colts are any more world beaters than I think the Jaguars are. But the Jags have to keep winning to keep the pressure on the Colts. So there is that pressure on them as well. The Rams aren't the Chiefs because nobody's the Chiefs, but they have been among the handful of teams that has been competitive basically every year for a decade, basically now in the NFL. That kind of competitiveness is part of the promise that I think Gladstone and Cohen coming here are trying to get developed in Jacksonville. This game should look like it matters to everyone involved in the organization. They didn't play like that last week. I hope that they do this week.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm going to expand on your number 2 is get the ball into our playmakers' hands. We're talking about Travis. I want to see that. Brian Thomas Jr., get him some crossing patterns, get him some rub routes, get him open, get him out in space, give the ball to ETN in space. You know, get your playmakers that ball, man, and then it's up to like our stars got to show up and get it done. I know, the Lions got to do their part, but you can get the ball out quick. There's ways to do that, but get it into your playmakers' hands and let them make some plays.
All right, last one for now is just don't let Kyron Williams be a huge factor in this game because it's bad enough if you're not pressuring Stafford in the course of a normal flow of a game, but if you're letting Kyron Williams run for 4.5 yards a pop, then they can do whatever they want offensively. Right. And you did a good job on Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet last week. So
Very good.
They were one-dimensional, but that's got to continue, I think, to have a chance to pull out the victory on Sunday.
Can I add one?
Yeah.
Because I think teams are doing this, that high-low to our safety. Don't jump the under route. Just wait. Well, be patient, be patient, be patient.
Definitely looked to be the case last week.
I know.
All right, why don't we take a moment and go around the rest of the National Football League?
Now, Gems Around the NFL, brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
San Francisco upgraded quarterback Mac Jones from a limited participant to a full practice participant yesterday. Arizona quarterback Kyler Murray was limited for a second straight day. Minnesota quarterback J.J. McCarthy got in a second straight limited practice. Dallas wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, a second straight limited day as well as he's working to return from missing the last few weeks. New Orleans running back Alvin Kamara was listed yesterday as limited after missing practice on Wednesday. Tampa Bay wide receiver Mike Evans got in a limited practice. He's missed the last 3 weeks. Washington wide receivers Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel both missed practice yesterday. The Commanders are expected to sign former Titans first-round pick Treylon Burks to their practice squad. Carolina running back Chuba Hubbard was limited for a second straight day as he works to return after missing the last 2 weeks. For the Panthers, Chicago running back DeAndre Swift was added to their practice report as limited due to a groin injury yesterday. And Las Vegas wide receiver Jacoby Myers missed practice for a second straight day with a knee injury.
Putting together the news for my podcast last night, I was quite pleased with the DeAndre Swift news, man. Anytime somebody gets taken in the breakfast bowl and they show up on the injury report later that day.
After you added to the injury report.
Right. When they weren't previously on it and they get downgraded, it's a celebratory group chat that goes out on the text chain.
What was the McDonald's breakfast? Like, is it just Egg McMuffin, or is he? What did DeRocco bring in? What did he bring in though? What did he? Do you remember?
He asked us.
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
He takes we always ask.
Like Dylan and I had him a griddle. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, sausage.
Nice.
Get the big breakfast.
Here's the thing. I don't eat mine, right? But I still make them buy it for me, and because it's part of the deal. And then I give it away. I did have a hot chocolate though. I kept that for myself. Yeah.
Is that good?
It was not bad. It was
Nice.
not bad.
Okay.
And reasonably priced compared to McDonald's breakfast menu, bro. Like, wow. I mean, are eggs that expensive? Like, I get eggs. That's like a big talking point, right? Of the price of eggs. But like the sausage McMuffin, is like half the price of the egg McMuffin. It's crazy. Really? Like, are eggs that much? And what do you use? Like one egg in an egg McMuffin?
I thought a McMuffin was always egg.
Well, there's an egg
add
McMuffin.
sausage.
There's a sausage
Oh,
McMuffin.
but there's no egg in the sausage.
I guess just in the sausage McMuffin, there's not. There's a sausage McMuffin with egg.
With egg,
You
okay.
can do that
Sausage
too.
egg McMuffin, yeah.
Anyway, let's. We're just happy DeAndre Swift may not be 100%.
There you go.
Not
Bottom
everybody.
line. We're bad people. All right, we'll come back. Let's see what submissions we got for keys to victory for your Jacksonville Jaguars, and we'll give you a few final thoughts and send you off in the afternoon. You'll hear Tom with Helmets and Heels coming up again in a couple of hours. This is 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
This is your escape. This is your next adventure. This is Mazda, and this is Mazda at the Avenues. Lauren Brooks here. Right now, purchase any new Mazda model, and Mazda at the Avenues will match your down payment or your payments for 1 full year. Plus, every new Mazda comes with 3 years, 36,000 miles of maintenance at no additional charge to you. This is luxury, and this is the start of something new. This is Mazda at the Avenues. For complete details, call 904-430-8047.
This is Jaguars Today Friday, brought to you by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
It's holiday season and it's not too late to find the perfect spot to celebrate with your team. Fourscore is a place that brings the energy, where great food, craft drinks, and unreal vibes meet cutting-edge full-swing simulators. Don't play golf? Do not worry. With over 40 interactive games, Fourscore has something that everyone will enjoy. Perfect for company outings, birthdays, and even private events that go beyond the ordinary. With locations in historic San Marco and centrally located Gate Parkway, Fourscore is ready to make your next celebration unforgettable. Hit the easy button and book your event today at fourscoregolf.com.
Hey folks, this is Denny Thompson, and when it comes to protecting my home, I turn to Tyson, the leaders in state-of-the-art home security right here in Jacksonville. Their AI cameras and smart doorbells are top-notch, keeping an eye on what matters most. Whether you're moving in or upgrading, Tyson offers flexible packages, rent or own, with specials on the first 3 years. Ramp up now for the holidays, the perfect gift for you or someone you love. Call Tyson today at 590-7979 for details.
There are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Pick it here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold, we had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite. It's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone fresh veggies and our new Duval drizzle. Order the new Jags Stack in the app right now. Available for a limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in Duval!
If you want to sell your home, or you're worried about selling your home, or you've had trouble selling your home, let me give you the hotline to the help you need. That's the hotline to Chad and Sandy. 904-414-6200, chadandsandy.com. Area homes are selling, but you got to get the right price, and you need the right marketing, the proven systems. Chad and Sandy hit every base for you. Need to sell now? Instant offers coming. Fast, easy, stress-free. You want max price? Chad and Sandy bring your home to market with unmatched exposure, whether you're buying or selling. Fast or max cash, Chad and Sandy have the proven plan guaranteed. And how about this promise? Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. They are the real estate experts you can trust. So call them today at 904-414-6200 or go to chadandsandy.com. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah and Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Jacksonville.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Tom McManus, brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Superior products, exceptional service on 1010XL.
All right, I think we checked most of the boxes we need to check on the Friday edition of Jaguars Today. You gave your score earlier for the Jags?
Yes, 23-21.
23-21, Tony.
19-13.
19-13. I'm going to go 24-23. I picked the Rams on the bottom line. But I think I think that's what it is. It's a one-possession game. I would love to be wrong. I'll
take
happily,
those points.
I will hand you those 14 confidence points.
Yeah.
gladly.
Yeah, me too.
And this
I'll
time
take
I'll
it
try to
gladly.
actually count it properly.
Like, I do think the decision the Rams have made to not leave till Friday and the addition of Puka Nacua not being available, like, I think those are two massive factors in the football
I
game.
agree.
Like, it's why I'm actually favoring the Jaguars in the game in my mind is those two things principally, because we just went through the tail of the tape today. I agree with it. Like that, the Rams appear better, but I do think those things, after a weird week just working on a field in Baltimore for a week, like all the weirdness of the week for the Rams, I think all kind of culminates with the combination of Puka not being available.
I feel like the Rams and the Seahawks are pretty close to
I do
each other.
too.
So I feel like we could have beat the Hawks. We didn't, but so we can beat. That's my thinking. Like they're
I think they can
pretty
beat the
close to one
Rams.
another. I think you could beat the Rams. Couple plays here, couple plays
But
there.
I don't think the absence of Puka or necessarily the travel schedule impacts the advantage that they have with their defensive line against our offensive line. In my opinion, after the state of affairs that we saw last week, even if they're better, I think Trevor's going to be under some pressure.
So
on
I'm
Sunday.
wondering. So they fly in tonight, or they're leaving tonight.
They're leaving tonight, flying in tomorrow.
So they get in
Yeah, they
tomorrow,
get in
morning.
Yes.
Would they? Would you tell them to take a nap or no? Back to the nap.
I don't know how.
I wonder what they
now
do.
I'm getting way too confused about that.
I wonder.
Well, they've spent the week trying to adjust to East Coast
time, right?
So who the hell knows, man?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'll be interesting if that works. I mean, I think a lot of teams would maybe prefer that.
I mean, McVay is 2-0 in London.
Well, look,
in its time with the Rams.
The Jags, after years of trial and error, decided going on Thursday night was the absolute best way to do it. Now, a lot of those years they didn't have the bye week coming up, right? So they were trying to stay on the same kind of body clock. But then, first year of the Liam Cohen regime, they're like, throw that out the window. We're going to go at the beginning of the week. I don't know if it, in the end, the better team's generally going to win this.
That's right.
This game,
That's
and if you're counting on that, it can be a factor. I think the Puka factor is bigger than the travel factor.
Right.
To me, huge factor.
What
not
about the
having Puka.
coaches factor? I mean, Liam, this is his guy, right?
I think this is the Campanelli factor today. If you want to talk about a key to victory, because Liam and McVay should know each other very well and what they want to do.
Good call.
So can you come up with a defensive wrinkle?
Right.
And in conjunction, but McVay, again, they're sitting there going, well, we know what we do. We know what they want to do. It's the same thing. Like, how do you best attack what our strengths are?
Right.
And I think you're going to have to see
fun chess
I think you're going to have to see some creative blitzes this week, and hope that Stafford doesn't burn you.
Right.
When you're vacating the area to get the pressure, if that gets picked up, that he doesn't throw it right in behind you.
Just no dropping Josh Hines Allen into coverage, please.
Well, and if he does, as long as he makes an interception that he returns for a touchdown,
sure.
that'd
Then
be fine.
it's okay.
And then just hurt some people, but just for the day.
Just for the day.
I
Ruin
figured
their
that
day,
would come
not
up at
their
some
career,
point for you.
Mike.
I
It's all
understand.
good.
Win the turnover battle. Don't let Stafford's eyes fool you. Take back the line of scrimmage. Cut the penalties in half. Cut the penalties in half again after that. Run the ball. I think these are some of the ones that we got. Run the ball. DBO. Don't beat ourselves. Stay with the run. Take advantage of Kyron's tendency to lay it on the ground. That is true. Kyron and Blake Corum have had some ball security issues. So let's get back on the winning path. That is the X factor maybe every week, right? The biggest thing. If you win the turnover battle, you're going to get multiple extra opportunities.
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
win
you
the
got to
football
secure that football and got to get some takeaways. And pressure will do it. Back to your point, you can't let Stafford sit back there. He'll kill you Jake Browning times a million. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, think about it. Stafford's 3 years younger than Flacco. So, and Rodgers, by the way, both those guys were over 40 and slinging it just
Slinging
fine.
it.
That throw that Rodgers threw in the first Freiermuth touchdown was unbelievable.
That was.
Like, unbelievable laser that he put in there. All right. Speaking of laser firing, Matt Hayes going to join us.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Matt Hayes' sports takes cut like a laser right to the heart
That's
of the
right.
issue.
Daggers.
Laser fire.
Every day
Wow.
from noon to 2 on
That's right.
1010XL.
Let's get that sponsored, the laser company in town.
It's not
There you
bad.
go.
Laser tag.
Oh,
Matt Hayes
yeah.
brought to you by Laser Tag.
Yeah.
Right there.
Zoom, zoom.
When's the last time you played laser tag?
Never have.
Neither have I.
Oh, never?
Never.
Never.
Never once.
Never
With
played
the
paintball
kids?
either, and I'd love to.
Man,
Never have.
Adventure Landing used to have a laser tag. We used to take the kids in
Really?
there. Oh, man, I always got killed early. I could never, I'd be like, I wasn't really hiding.
Yeah.
Kids were like, Dad, baby.
See, I'd rather play like
Like, all right,
paintball
I'm
because
out.
then there's like at least a little bit of pain.
Yeah.
Now,
You're not
paintball,
supposed to hurt
gotta
your
be
children.
Yeah.
paintball, I think, would have been amazing to be into at a certain point
paintball
in
Right.
my life. Like,
Yeah.
now I'm like, nah.
Because there's like enough pain for you to be like concerned about what you have to do, the steps you take, you know?
Yeah. You know when you're out.
Yeah.
Like paintball,
Yeah,
you know when you're
you
out.
do.
Like it happened.
Yeah. All right, Maddie, so what's coming up today?
We're going to talk Jags and college football. We got Ryan O'Halloran coming up. He's our weekly Friday guest, the TU sports columnist. He's going to break down some Jags info with us. And we're also efforting is the word that's used apparently according to Dylan Denmark. Efforting to get Pat Dooley on from
All right.
Gainesville to talk about the Gators.
Yes, that's when you've called someone and they haven't returned the call, or you've texted them
Right.
and you're waiting to hear
Efforting.
back. You're
Efforting.
That's an absolute radio media term.
We used to say, I'm trying. But now it's apparently efforting.
I've been saying efforting
Reaching
for
out.
at least 20 years. I mean, efforting's
Have you
been
really?
around for efforting's been around for a long time.
Efforting's
It's
a great word.
jargon, is what it is.
What are you doing? I'm efforting.
I'm efforting. Yeah, right. Like tell your
concur,
parents
I
that.
concur.
I'm efforting to
Concur,
clean
I
my
concur.
room.
I was just going to say, can you use that for other things as
I'm
well?
efforting to.
There is a plan to clean the
Honey,
room.
where are you?
Mom,
I'm
I was just,
efforting
I
my
was
way
just
home,
saying my
babe.
prayers
Don't
that my
worry
room
about
would miraculously get clean.
Like when you're talking to your girl, I'm efforting.
All right, Matt, have a good show today.
All right, fellas.
And good weekend as well. We'll talk to you on Monday. That'll do it for us. Tommy Mack coming up with
Yes.
Helmets and Heels in 2 hours.
Yes, sir.
Monkey's Uncle on Sunday. Tony,
Yes.
I'll see you bright and early.
Yeah.
Denmark, good luck tonight against Rebolt.
Yes, sir.
All right. And
Yeah.
we'll all convene, hopefully, for a victory Monday.
Come on.
Shut me up, prove me wrong. I'm not, trust me, not rooting for it, but I love to see it.
Of course.
And Puka not being in is the big news of the day. Not going to make the trip. So there you have it. That'll do it for us for Jaguars Today. For Tom McManus, Tony Smith, and Dylan Denmark, I'm Mike Dempsey. Back again Monday from 10 to noon on 1010XL and 92.5